Solar installations. One the world, and one from. I need to clear the family. In family. I came into the real estate country about the year. Trying to learn and smell and family.
Yes, you will. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Victoria Helen Painsfield. I'm into real estate since 2017, almost 9 years now. Lead consultant of Ella Properties. Thank you.
Please give Ms. Victoria a round of applause. Yes, sir.
My name is Oladishi. I'm living and I'm the National University States.
Amazing. Please give him a round of applause. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Walter.
Good afternoon. Same here. Virtual hug.
Global
Believers Wealth Conference. Knuckle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Yetunde Laura. I am the founder of Drinkbody by Laura Limited, a company that helps executives lose weight permanently without pills, without gyms, without restrictive diet, without surgery. And we've done this for over 4 years now, almost 4 years, and we've been able to impact over 25,000 people across the globe.
Wow. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I've been looking to diversify into real estate is the reason I'm here. And I hope to get it started on the right note. Thank you.
Definitely. Please give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Joy Yobe. I'm actually came here to learn more about real estate.
So what do you do now?
I'm a realtor.
Okay.
My brand name is Factory Properties. In fact, the thousands of individuals.
Come on. Yes.
With 30 years in the plan.
Come on, give it up for Miss Joy.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello.
My name is Oladimeji Idris, and
Are you a student at Wigwe University?
my potential.
Aw.
So I'm into communication business and also my glasses. And my business name is called Afcon Communication. And
It's called what?
Afcon Communication.
Afcon.
Communication.
Communications.
So I've been in business for over 6 years now.
Yes, sir. Please give him a round of applause. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
My name is Adele Doris Bai. I'm a realtor. Aside from being a realtor, I'm into music. I'm media too. Thank you.
Thank you. Please give it up for Miss Victoria. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's Adebayo. I currently work with Lagos United Hotel, and I run a customized gifts items by the side. Also a real estate consultant. I've been doing this for 2 years now.
Fantastic. Please give Mr. Peter a round of applause. Hello, you're gonna pay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Samasha. And okay, I'm a realtor. I am the Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Give it up for Mr. Sam. Yes. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Oluwafemilayo Onogbo by name. I feel honored to be here.
We are honored to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of God's Affirmation Creative Nigeria Limited. I'm a chair, I'm an entrepreneur, into buying and selling.
Well, of what? Human parts? So you have to be specific. I mean, am I not right, ma'am? No, so you have to be specific. No, it's not about legality or illegality. Can you please listen to me, ma'am? Can you please listen to me? Because that's why we're here. So when you give someone an open check and you say, I'm into buying and selling, you have to be specific. And I'm not trying to
analyze it.
I'm not trying to pick on you. And I'm just,
I'm still on the introduction.
Okay, so those who think I am right, can we say yes?
Yes.
So please correct that, ma'am. Let's go. Yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Whatever. Aside human parts.
Well, okay.
And selling, I'm involved. Aside human parts.
Okay.
I've been into the real estate business for over 9 years. 9
Okay.
years gone.
Okay.
Counting. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Please give her a round of applause. I guarantee you, ma'am, that at the end of this class, you would know how best to introduce yourself in such a, okay, so people are saying yes, so now have your attention, in such a way that you would not miss a potential client.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you feedback. This is for a reason, no? I'm literally scoring everybody. I'm looking at you. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what I'm looking at, but I'm literally going to score you at the end of this. So if I hear a feedback, I'm not trying to pick on you. No, I am also here to learn.
Yeah.
Because nobody's a fountain of knowledge, yes?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, sir, kindly introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, my name is Brian Payne Oberto. I'm a broker in real estate company. My brand name is Brian Payne Property Consultant Firm. Aside from real estate I do, I also do interior design. So this is my first time coming to Chitex training ground.
You're welcome.
So happy to be here. From you.
And you?
I'm now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can we give it up for Mr. Franklin? Not yet. Not yet. I'll introduce you. Okay, so for those of us at the last row, if this were Judgment Day now, sir, you want to say something? Okay. I would come. Can you just hold that thought? Perhaps write it down so you do not forget. Yes, just hold that thought. We would have, otherwise we won't leave here in good time, sir. Okay, please just write this. Just write the thought so you don't forget. Thanks, Prof. So we have you, and then I'm going to ask for those of them at the back. Do we want to hear the introductions or do we move forward? Some people said move forward. People are not nice. Okay, we are going to hear your introduction so that you can sell your market, sir. Please, I beg you, I beg thee, write your feedback down. We will take your feedback when it is time for feedback. Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am. Hurry up, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
My name is Dr. Michael.
I'm speaking to the microphone. We can't hear
I'm
you.
a student. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm a student, a chair, and an athlete.
And you're pretty. Please give her a round of applause. Can you please help me? So you run to the back so they can introduce themselves. Let's hurry up, please. This is over 38 minutes into this and we're still on introductions. Start with him now. What has he done to you? Oh, he has? Oh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
My name is Machine Edith.
Your name is Wachinemere.
Edith.
You're my mother's namesake. Edith, yes. Keep going.
I'm a realtor. I came to learn. Until I thought going to package real estate. Apart from that, I'm into fashion as well.
Amazing. Can we please give Miss Edith a round of applause? Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Remy. So I'm a future exercise. But that's I came for the athletes. So I want to add to my source of income.
Amazing. Please, can you give Miss Oye a round of applause? Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
And also it's so my business
Thank you, architect. Can we please give a round of applause? You look like Sam Adeyemi from this point. I don't know if any other person can see it. Or is it just my eyes? No? It's my eyes. Okay. Maybe I'm an Afi. I don't know. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Please give a round of applause. Next person, please. Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Ifeanyi? Oko Ugo. Amazing. Nice.
join the junior seats.
It's a value chain, so it can work. Please give me a round of applause. Yes, sir.
My name is Sunset Time. I'm a doctor and a filmmaker.
Amazing. Please give Mr. Success a round of applause. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Amazing. Please give it up for Mr. Debo Wale. Yes, sir. Can you introduce yourself? Good afternoon, sir. Your name is Mr. Stephen? Mr. Austin. Yes, sir. Amazing. Please give him a round of applause. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
My name is John. I'm a university consultant and I'm a business development manager.
Yes, sir. And you're late. No comment. Traffic. Okay, let's give it up for traffic. Yes. We have one more person. Okay, after you, I'm done, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Harry? Yes, sir. Yes, please. So can we give ourselves a round of applause? Come on, you're not celebrating yourself. That was a very long introduction. And if you're tired, then imagine how I feel. Right. So again, thank you so much for being here. Sir, I'm going to take your feedback, I promise, but I want us to get the ball rolling. Okay, I promise, Prof. I'll come for your feedback, I promise. Can we please settle down quickly? Yes, so as you know, all right, time to drop our phones on silent, please, so that we can make the best of this experience. Our topic for discussion today is how to use personal branding to sell real estate. Am I correct? And we just, I think about last week, Mr. Goke, we had the real estate masterclass. Please, phones on silent. Jesus Christ. You all are going to pay me. So I think about last week, we had the real estate masterclass in Abuja.
Yes.
And yesterday, we had a masterclass in Port Harcourt, and today we're having this in Lagos. So can we give a round of applause to Dr. Stephen Akintayo for all that he does for us, really? Because trust me, I don't think he's even making profits off this. But this is one man.
Let me just add to that aspect that you just talked about.
Yes, please.
Normally, for training like this, you know, if you want to pay in dollar, you can't pay less than $300.
Absolutely.
And you know, because of the fact that we are just so passionate about making millionaires through real estate,
Human capital development,
and it's a means of giving back to the society, and that is what Dr. Stephen Akintayo is doing with this.
I respect that. And that is why I'm probably begging for you all to put your phones on silent, because if you had paid to be here, you would respect everything that is being said here. So the only feedback or body language we can get from you is your willingness to be here. Because trust me, I believe we all are busy. And for every time I find myself in a class, I say to people that regardless of whoever is going to stand in front of you to facilitate, this is a good experience for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Do we have anybody here who is less than 18 years old? Anybody here who is less than 18? Fantastic. So, I don't know how old you are, sir, but if we take the cumulative age of everyone here, who are the mathematicians in the house? I don't think we're going to arrive at anything less than 300 years. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? I need your energy. Meaning that you are about to acquire over 300 years of knowledge for free in Tinubu's government. Please give us a round of applause. So I would be introducing our very first speaker for today. And before she commences, I would love to give you a short story. So for those of us who were here when we started this session, Madam, you're late, please sit. Madam, you're late, please sit. Thank you, ma'am. Before we started this session, I said I have been a realtor for over a decade. Wow. Yes, I have been selling properties since I was 21 years old. And my first property, I made a commission of 3 million naira in 2013. So now you know my age. And It has been, goodness, please, can we put our phones on silent? I beg you all in the name of Jesus, please. I came in from Port Harcourt yesterday. I had 3 inspections. I am tired. Please, please make this easy for me, please. I beg you, I'm begging, please. Now, I had an experience last year where I sold, remember I told you I reside in Abuja. So, of course, I have a brokerage company. Only one person used the word brokerage. And we'll get to that. I smiled when you used that word, yes. And I saw the property somewhere in Abuja, 8,000 square meter land at 800 million naira. My team and I were so excited because who knows 5%? I mean, the agency fee on that would be how much? Anybody? Tell me, please. 40 million naira. Amazing. Who can guess how much I was paid or how much my company was paid? Anybody? Let's make this interactive. Come on, let's go. 40 million. No, sir. Guess again. Who is going? Just, yeah. I won't give you that hint. So, because if I give you that hint, we all know the industry standard is 5% for sale, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Good. So I just said I wasn't paid 5%. So what do you think? You think I was paid higher or lower? Fantastic. So you say 20 million? Wrong. I'll take 2 more options and then I'll give you the answer. Anybody wants to try? Yes, sir. 8 million. No, sir.
1 million.
Say that again. Hold on, ma'am. What did you say?
80 million.
80. I've met you before. You were in the last class. You're here again. You will give me part of your agency. Yes, can you give me a round of applause? Because I remember I met you last month, right? Yes. Okay, so it said 8 million. 80. No, now we're about to think that we're going lower. So last price, not you, ma'am. Anybody?
5 million. 8 million. 5 million. 5.
Should we take 5 or 8?
5.
16. Okay, so let's go for 5 million. You all were wrong. Okay, so everybody went, So my entire self and my brokerage company, we were paid 1 million naira. So when I'm talking to you, you listen, because I've been through a lot in this real estate company. I've been in real estate sector. I may not look like what I have been through, but I have been through a lot. Are we together? I was paid 1 million naira. And so you may want to tell me, why didn't you go to court? Why didn't you fight back? This client is a 7th senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How do I want to fight a senator? Where do I start from? So we are still in the process of resolving that. And, we've arrived at some barter trade. But one thing I learned through that process is personal branding. And it is disappointing because it's someone that I have a personal relationship with. So you wouldn't expect that someone whom you have a personal relationship with will give you personal shege. Specifically knowing how much effort you have put. We know how difficult it is to sell a product. Then it's a product that is close to 1 billion naira, and you're giving me stories that touch the heart and soul. And so please take this seriously. And to do justice to this topic, I'll be calling on our very first facilitator today, who is an award-winning journalist with a passion for infusing her narratives with a unique blend of insight and eloquence. She's a graduate of English with a background diploma in law, with a seamlessly traversed realm of journalism across various Nigerian news platforms over the past decade. She serves as a life editor at Independent Newspapers Limited, a distinguished Nigerian daily newspaper. As a journalist, her writing history spans well over 1,000 stories and articles, showcasing her versatility in crafting engaging content. Her repertoire includes numerous published features and investigative stories, a testament to her dedication and proficiency. She's an experienced editor a storyteller per excellence, with history in events management, media relations, corporate communications, and the print media community. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, let's make welcome our very first speaker, who is blushing, by the way, in the person of Miss Tommy Fire. You pay me for making you blush. What are you Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Don't worry, I got it. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Wow. After that introduction, I feel jealous of Tomi Falade. I don't even know where they got that from, but somehow it's out there. My name is Tomi Falade, as you said. I'm a journalist by profession. That's the beginning and the middle of who I am. I don't know what the end is going to be, but that is who I am. I'm also a writer. So I'm not going to try to teach you how to sell real estate, but I'm going to teach you about personal branding, because that's the core of whatever business you want to do in life, whatever you want to do in life, and you want to make a success out of it. Can I have my slides, please? So I try to make my slides as undistracting as possible so that we can focus on the message in there. So here we are. How to use personal branding to sell real estate by Tomi Falade. Next, please. So I'm going to run you through a couple of images and see if you recognize anybody that you know, just call out the name. Can we have it? Okay. MK Abiola. And what is he known for? He's deceased, but known for the June 12 saga and the fight for Nigeria's freedom from military rule. Do we all know that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. What is he known for? Professor of English or
Nobel
literature. And then what else? You are not allowed to answer this question.
Sorry, ma'am.
You are not in this class. He's an artist. Activist. Okay, but what is he primarily known for? Next slide, please. So known as Nigeria's Nobel laureate winner in literature. Next slide. Everybody knows her. She's next. What else? You're not allowed to talk. Next slide, please. Just keep it rolling. So filmmaker, director, actor, Nollywood investor. Who is this? And what is Shore known for? Activism. What else? What else? There's something. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. This is Shore, known particularly for activism, but there's a big part of him that a lot of people do not know. He's a publisher of Sahara Reporters, that platform that everybody knows. Next. Yes, he is. He's actually Sahara Reporters publisher. Next slide, please. Just give me his name. Charlie Boy. What else is he known as? Area father. Next slide, please. So, enough is enough. Who remembers enough is enough? So he's known for his entertainment and activism. Next slide, please. Sorry? Okay, what's she known for? Politician? Are you sure? No. Keep it going. World Bank. Who said finance? This brother is like you have expo. Oh, next slide, please. Money. Anything money. Anything Madam Ngozi is involved in, it is money. It's finance, global finance expert. She's an economist. Next slide, please. I will not tell him you said that. On to the next, please. Media personality, entertainer. Next.
Wow.
Wow. I will not add that. First lady, thank you. Next slide, please. This one was particularly easy. Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, First Lady. Next slide. What is he known for? What else? Particularly to GTEx. How many of you also know that he's our latest ambassador at GTEx? Next slide, please. So, Nollywood actor, GTEx ambassador. Next slide. Please, you have to know. If you did not know, I will be hurt. What's she known for? Okay. Next slide. Writer, literature. Next slide. Keep going, keep it. I want the name. Baba Yabo. Next slide. Former Nigerian head of state. Former Nigerian president. Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, so most of what he's known for is as Nigeria's head of state. Most people didn't know he was Nigeria's head of state, aside being Nigeria's president. And then basically he's a leader. Next slide. What else? What is he most popular for now? In the last elections, what was he most popular for? Thank you. Next slide. Next slide, please. Oh, I see Simi has a lot of fans here. What's Simi known for? There's a part of her personality that she keeps pushing on Nigerian Idol. Panelist. Wow. No, she's a songwriter. Very important. Next slide, please. Next. Let's keep it PG-13, please. Emi local, yes? Our local. Next slide, please. So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, former Lagos governor and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this. Please, do we all know this person? What do we know him for? Oh, I know his name. What do we know him for? What else? What else? I've not heard what I'm waiting for. Thank you. These two brothers, and also, yes, there are lots of things actually, but most importantly, for the reason why we are here, he's, next slide, please. Africa's most influential investment coach. That's the reason why we are here. Global real estate stakeholder. So that's who he is. Now, what do all these people have in common? All these people that I've shown you.
Branding.
No. It's not just the branding. What they have in common? They are all in different fields. They are very different. It's not just popularity. But we all know what they do. We all know what they do. Well, success, yes. But the most important thing is that we know what they do. We are aware of, once we see their picture, we know that, oh, this person, if you want to talk real estate, come to Dr. Stephen Akintayo. If you want to talk Nigerian leadership, come to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. If you want to talk music, all kinds of music, come to see me. If you want to talk acting, investment in Nollywood, come to Funke Akindele. And so when investors in these different fields come into the country, these are the people that they remember. Why? Because they have personal branding. They have gotten it right. So like I said, I'm a journalist, and that's the entirety of what I do as a person. I'm a media personality, a media professional. And so, as I said, I won't teach you real estate, but I want to teach you how to get your personal branding right. Next slide, please. Okay, so understanding personal branding. Because I'm a journalist, I'm going to stick to what I know. How many people here studied mass comm or have practiced journalism at one point in their career or not. Can you tell me what these 5 W's and 1 H is? Any one of you?
How? When?
5 W's come first.
When? Who? How?
Leave how first.
When? Who? What? How?
Okay, sorry. Sorry, please. Thank you. The lady in black and white.
When? Why? When?
There's one missing. Where?
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 What? Why? When?
Thank you. A round of applause for this. What the how? You forgot the how, though. So, what's the significance of that, of those things? Why do we use those guiding principles as journalists? Start to tell a story that guides your storytelling. I want to be a writer, I want to be a journalist, I want to be a blogger, I want to be this, I want to be that. But there is a principle to it. In your story, you have to be educating, you have to be informing. And so that's why you have the why, who, when, where, how, and all that. That helps you streamline your story so that anybody who reads it knows what you're saying, what you're talking about, who you're talking about, why it is important for you to know it, and all that. And so that's the same principle we're going to apply here. Next slide, please. Okay, so we know all this. Next slide. So what is personal branding? Please, can we read? Simply put, the process of
creating an identity. When a child is born, the parents of the community.
When that child grows, he or she again chooses the path to follow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you talk.
Where's the next?
Beyond that, you must also ask yourself that what is your story? What makes you a credible person that people should trust your personal branding? What is
your mission? So when you want to start with personal branding, now a lot of people think personal branding is about how you dress, how you appear, how you talk. You get the talk right, you get the walk right, you get the outfit right, and you think that that's personal branding. No. What are you trying to achieve with your personal branding? Are you just trying to let people know you for a future purpose that maybe you want to run for presidency someday, and so you want to just be there so that people know that this person is there, it's been there already, it's been popular? Or is your goal to make money? Sometimes your goal might also be that you want people to know that, oh, this person is a credible person. So whatever your choice of focus is, that's what is going to inform your personal brand as a person. I'm not sure the screen will feel for it.
Come on.
Please help me. I must admit I'm not a tech person, so, okay. So where do you create a personal brand? Remember, we've done what now? So this is where. Where do you create a personal brand? Everywhere. On social media, at work, at home, school, and everywhere you go. Total branding. So your personal branding cannot be a work thing. It can't be something that you do. You have to embody it totally. It has to be the entirety of who you are. So when you go to...
It's just for printer. It's not for sliding.
Oh. Sorry. So whatever you do, your personal brand has to be at the back of your mind that, oh, what I'm doing is a way to tell my story. And so you cannot be a different person at home. And then when you get to work, you're a different person. And then when you sorry, yes, fine. Yes, very, actually. I lose my train of thought. Okay, so as I was saying, when you go home, you cannot be a different person at home. And then at work, everybody knows you as the focused real estate person. And then at home, everybody knows you as the layabout who is just, living life, just vibes and inshallah and all that. No, it has to be total. The people at home must conform with the people, not conform, what's the word now? Must agree with the people at work that, yes, it's true, this is who he is. If, for example, about 2 years ago, I read a story that got the organization had written about there was one organization that was targeted in the story that I had written, not deliberately, but that somehow they were in the mix. And it seemed like a bad PR story for them. And so they reached out and said, oh, no, this story, you have to take it down. But my story was true. And I needed to stick with it because I had written it, I had spent time on that story. So I did not take it down because it was a story that I had done. How would I do something and then you come and say, because it does not favor you, you want me to take it down? So I just left it. And I forgot about it until they sent a letter to my office and said that they want it taken down. They want us to apologize in, I think, 7 newspaper dailies, 7 other newspaper dailies that is not our own. That means we have to pay for the advert. And then they want me to tender a personal apology. And so that meant that I had to bring out my sources and, say that this is where I got the story from and all that. I would have lost my job for that, just that seemingly small issue. But my organization knows that I won't do a story that will deliberately just put somebody in the line of fire. They also know that I don't do rubbish stories. I do quality stories. And so because of that, they stood by me. Somehow the thing disappeared because there was no merit to what they were saying. What they were saying was that I should take down the story because he didn't put them in a good light. But I did not write the story for them. I wrote the story for the society because I wanted to better society. So they needed to be the ones to go and fix their act. And so because people already know that I won't write rubbish, I was able to stand my ground and do my own thing. And so that's why it is important for you to be known everywhere as a person of integrity, as a person that sells real estate truly, not that, oh, okay, today I sell real estate, but tomorrow, real estate is not bringing the kind of money that I need, so that's not it. You can change careers, yes, but it doesn't change who you are as a person. Next slide, please. Okay, so when should you create a personal brand? A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that until you are successful, you don't need a personal brand. No. You can't wait for success to do the things that you are supposed to do. You cannot push what should be done today to tomorrow. If you do become a success, what if you don't have the time to now focus on your own personal brand? What do you do then? You employ people to start pushing an image of you. And that's where PR people come in. I see it a lot. People pay huge money to, wipe stories about them off the internet because they don't want that story. They don't want people to Google them and say, oh, this person used to swindle people in 1993. They don't want people to know that. So they now pay heavily to take down those stories or, clean their image. We call it image laundering. You do image laundering. It's unnecessary if you have been intentional about your brand from the start. And that's why I said the same way you form a habit or a culture at a young age, so also should you start the moment you become aware as an individual. Your moment of awareness can come when you're 50. It does not matter. But the moment you're aware that personal branding is important, you have to start working towards it. Personal branding is not something you should postpone to when you become successful. It's something you build alongside your success. So it goes hand in hand. You cannot do one and forget about the other. Look at GTEx, for example. I handle GTEx Media. And for the past, I think 4 years, we've not had reason to go and remove the story because GTEx sold the land that was not available, or we sold one land to 2 different people. We've not had that kind of issue because we have been conscious about those kind of things from the get-go. And so we don't have to now go and do image laundering or start paying heavily to media people. In fact, the media people that work with us want to work with us because there's no issue attached to it, unlike a lot of brands. I'm not pointing fingers, please. Next slide. So who should create a personal brand? Any smart person whose mission is to be successful. You must also ask yourself, who are you selling your personal brand to? Who is your target audience? Let's assume that the people that you want to market, I heard a lot of you say that you are CEO for your company, you are the MD, and the lead on show and all that for your company. And then, for example, you have a target market that maybe it's market women, for example. I'm not saying it's market women you sell to. Maybe it's market women that you have chosen that these people, you want them to have. That's your mission. That's your vision. I want all these market women that are hustling every day. You want them to have a land, even if it's half a plot or a full plot or whatever they can put together. That's your brand. You cannot be wearing suits and ties to go and meet a market woman. She will just think that this one in big suit that's already successful wants to come and steal my money. If you are going to talk to a market woman, there has to be some form of casualty to it. When I say casualty, it means that I won't dress the way I am to a market. So you won't dress like that to go and market people. You will wear things that they will quickly recognize that, but he's selling real estate. Do you understand? For example, I see a lot of people now wear t-shirts that says, I'm a realtor, talk to me, that kind of thing. That's personal branding. Everywhere you go, when they say that, realtor, what's realtor? Oh, okay, people that sell land. What's a broker? Oh, people that, there's already a curiosity to it. And that's what you have to create. Your personal vision is to sell to bank workers, for example. You can't go there every day I'm a realtor, actually. I was going to say that, but thank you. You can't go there every day in a realtor t-shirt. They don't need that reminder. They do not. What they need to be reminded of is online and on the things you post, because they have a phone number. And on your WhatsApp, they look at you and say, but boy, this is what this girl does. This is what she's into. They know that that's who you are. That's the entirety of what you do. It's not that today you are posting a video of you, out with the boys, doing your thing, maybe in a club or something. I'm not saying that's bad though. But doing your thing and then tomorrow again, you're not going to meet them in the office they will think that their money that you're going to go and use to drink it's normal. That's the way human beings think. Next slide, please. So why should you create a personal brand? Because personal branding is a combination of how you see yourself and how others see you. A sales or business-minded person must tip any odds in their favor. What I mean by tip the odds in your favor is that naturally, okay, let's quickly do something before I run out of time. Sorry, please, can you come? Yes. This brother that was answering questions, please come. Yeah. Let's make it fast, please. Please call two people to join you in this exercise for your team. Also call two people for your team. I'm not telling you. That's the point. Fast, please. Fast. Man in suit, you are needed. Yes. Please stay with whoever has called you. Thank you. Man in suit, hurry it up, please. Thank you. Okay, so why did you pick these two people? I'm curious, because we're just sitting together.
First thing, I like their appearance.
You like their appearance?
Yes. And I like the way they compose themselves. Just the way the courage.
Have you met them before?
No.
This is your first time here? Okay, you guys know each other, Abi? Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, so why did you pick these two people?
We are from the same team. I came with them.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so... well, that's another thing. Okay, so you think that there are not women that have good courage here?
Oh, no. That's not that.
Please, oh.
It's a spontaneous thing.
We have feminists that he must be
masculine. Okay.
That's not it.
Okay, but you have a reason for picking them.
That's not the case.
You have not done anything wrong, but you have a reason for picking.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
I had to pick in the moment.
Do anything. Well, that's fantastic. And you didn't do anything. No. The time for apology is done now. So you pick them because they're on your team and you know them and you trust them to a certain level. Okay. So do we understand that these two people, even though they both came here to learn and to, gather knowledge, they are both biased, one way or the other.
Of course.
Your biases as a human being will not show up when you're thinking about it. They show up in your daily actions, in the things that you are biased, in the things that you don't think about. So because he respects people or he wants people around him that look good, that carry themselves well, that answer questions well, he will pick them. It's not because they are men or they are guys or something, no. And because she wants to trust the people that she has on her team, she picks only people that she knows. She won't just pick this auntie in red jacket, or she won't pick this brother in, is it orange or oxblood? That is in oxblood native, orange. She won't pick them because she's personally biased to people that she knows. So that's the same way you must think as a human being, that normally human beings are biased. There's no human being on this earth that is not biased. I became a journalist so I can tell stories effectively from an unbiased perspective. But I am still a biased. I'm a human being. I have blood running in my veins. And if tomorrow somebody says, I'm a Yoruba girl, for example, if tomorrow somebody says, I'm a Yoruba girl from Ekiti, and tomorrow somebody says that, oh, okay, people, they're the smartest people on earth, and they don't know anything. You think I'll pick another person? If they ask me to pick at that point, I won't pick because that's just my natural bias. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, no. But that's the way human beings think. And so you must play to that. You must not play to the gallery by thinking that anything can happen, nothing can happen. What is going to happen is that people will buy from you what you are selling because it is you sometimes. People will buy from you because you are the one selling it. If you have a mother or a father that wants to buy a property and you have been telling them that you do real estate all along, do you think they will go outside and go and buy from somebody else? Except you have an internal beef or family issues. They will buy from you. And so that's why you have to understand that you have to tip every odd in your favor. And that's why you cannot afford to be a mess up at home and be only good at work. You have to be good everywhere. Please want to sit down. Thank you very much for participating in this. So always tip the odds in your favor. If you know that any odds exist, if you get to a place and you know that, okay, why do you think that CEOs, it used to happen in the past, of big TV stations like to hire people that look good on camera because they want people to switch to their station and watch. That's how stop it. So they want people to watch. You don't want to put somebody on screen that nobody wants to listen to. On radio, if you don't have good voice, you can't. If you don't have to look for people that Okay. Welcome, Dr. Stephen. We are done. We have your picture on our screen if you want us to go back to it.
I was watching.
You are watching? Oh, okay. Okay, that means you have all the expo now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, as we were saying, how do you create a personal brand? The methodology is very simple. Clarity, consistency, content, and communication. Those 4 things are like the pillars of what you do to create your personal brand. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, wow, we are still getting that right. Clarity. What does clarity mean? Anybody, everybody? Anybody at all? What about, there's no wrong answer, please. Clarity, transparency, thank you. Who else? Sorry? Audibility, okay. That's audio, right? Okay, next one. No ambiguity. Daddy, thank you. That's a big word. That's not a word that I've... So I said that what you're not clear about, you cannot make it clear to others. If you do not understand what you are, there's no way you can communicate it to other people. So write down the vision. Sorry, I'm quoting a Bible verse. Write down the vision, make it plain upon tablets, and know who you aspire to be. That clarity is your starting point. Once you know, you have to understand, it has to be a part of you. That way you can communicate it. That way you can channel everything you do around it. For example, I always knew I was a writer. I didn't know where I was going with it. I studied English, I didn't study mass communication. But I knew that I would always write. And today that has helped me streamline who I am. Next slide, please. What was the second one, please?
Consistency.
Consistency. So irrespective of time or place, that clarity you have achieved must be your watchword. Of course, you may tweak it as necessary, but nothing should change the course you have set for yourself. If not impulse, not difficulty, not the fear of failure, or the appearance of newer trends. So there's a pattern, there's the usual pattern in Nigeria. Once one person starts a business and people say, there's money in this business, you see people flocking to that business. I think that's the only way. And you wonder that, wait, all the things that they are, no, that is no longer selling again. Mm-hmm. So if today somebody starts a pure water business, you see 50 other people starting pure water business. In this austerity season, people started making, what's it called, this ice water. Last time I saw ice water I was in secondary school, not just secondary, yes, one. That was the last time I saw ice water. And it was a big deal then because most people could not afford pure water at the time. So people were buying 1 naira ice water. Ice water is back now. People are saying 10 naira, 5 naira. Do you know that in a lot of markets, deep inside the market, you might not buy it, so they won't advertise it to you. But inside all those places, all those inside places, they sell ice water. And people are buying it heavily. Now, because per bag, I think is now 3 something or 4 something, I'm not sure. 350 of bottled water now. This Konkolo Aquadana that they give you in flight. If you want to buy the pack of 20, it's now about 2,700 or 3,000 for 20. That's already more than 100 naira a piece. So it's so expensive, so people are switching to it. And now whether it is profitable or not, everybody's doing it. And so you as a person, as a real estate seller or as a realtor, you cannot because, now they say it's tech that is selling, so I'm moving to tech. No, people will not trust you. Nobody will trust you again. People that have trusted you with their monies, that have trusted you with their investments, what do they do at that point when you decided that, no, because this is not selling as much as it used to, I'm switching. Nobody is saying that you should stay in a business that is not profitable. No. You can tweak it. You can find new ways to exist in that space. But you cannot just out of impulse or out of fear of failure, just change. Next slide, please. Content. In the last few years, we've all realized that content is king. In many cases, we inadvertently put out content, and it's not always the kind of content that promotes your personal brand. To make your personal branding effective, you need to consciously push out content that tells you. In this part, how many of us are on TikTok? Okay. So not to do stereotypes here. You see a lot of people on Twitter and TikTok doing the strangest things. You think that they'll probably not put on Facebook or Instagram somehow, but on TikTok it's allowed. And then for example, you have met someone today, somebody else giving you a lead to a fantastic investor that you know that this person will buy. And he's going to, has the money to actually put behind his words. And the person just do that. This guy that came to me today, or this girl that came to me today, let me just search this person. Because Google is your friend. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it or not, everybody searches everybody on Google. If you meet a guy today that you want to date, you go and Google his name. Or a girl that you want to date, you Google her name to go and see what she's putting out there. Because you don't want a liability in your life. The same way smart business people do. Once you tell them who you are, once they have your name, just your name is enough. They will go on all search engines and search for you. And what kind of content do you want them to find about you? You have to be conscious about the kind of content you put out there. You can't put out just anything, especially because you're in a business that people already think there are so many scammers. Real estate now is the hot real space for scam. Somehow. Okay, legal one, sure. Illegal money. Okay. So one way or the other, people will want to look for you. And when they look for you, they have to find the kind of content that promotes what they are selling. I'm not saying that every day you must be posting quotes on buy land. Land is the only way you can make it in life. No, I'm not saying that. You have to be creative with your content. You know that is cooking. Somebody here said she was a chef. Mm-hmm. In fact, like about 3 people, there's a guy too that said he was a chef. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, for example, you say that you're a chef. You put out, maybe you make something, you make a meal, and you want to put it out there. You put it there, and then you find a way to target. So, if you need to keep this meal in your refrigerator, it will work. But you need to have but you need to see the kind of smart homes that are out there. That's kind of smart home will remind you that, oh, you have a vegetable in your freezer, the vegetable that I made for you, you know, that kind of thing. Just make it creative, make it beautiful. People want content. There's so much content out there. Put your own today, but don't put rubbish. That's the most important thing. Next slide, please. Communication. Nothing beats communication when it comes to selling, not even advertorial content. You have to consistently let people know that this is who you are. Communication. Word of mouth, for example, sells more than even adverts. I see people that put adverts in newspapers every day, every single day. They just put it there. And you say that people are not responding to this advert. Why would they respond? There is no personal connection. But you yourself, how many people are you telling that this is what you do? Or sometimes you may be shy that, no, I don't want to be telling people, I don't want to be marketing, I don't want to be seen as a hungry somebody that is busy trying to sell. No. You have to constantly communicate, especially in the right circles. Once you're in a place, and not just communicate like bombard people, communicate effectively. Talk to people in ways that you know that, like I said, identify your target market. So if you know that you don't have the ability to talk to a CEO, you go and target a CEO that you want to see rubbish and say, okay, please let me bundle that guy out. Do you understand? It happens. We see it happen. In fact, you see people walk up to somebody that they always wanted to be their mentor. And they walk up to that, my name is so-and-so, I'm so-and-so, and then you're like, what's wrong with the shit about you? So you don't want that. But you have to communicate to the people that you want to sell to. That's very important. Next slide, please. After creating a personal brand, we're almost done. We have just about 3 slides left. After creating a personal brand, what next? So most people think that once you have created your brand, the money will just roll in. No, it may roll in for a few years, yes, but there will always be attacks. You cannot sit in it. You cannot be a rising tree and expect that people will not try to cut you down or people will not throw stones at you. It's not possible. That's unrealistic. There are some people that will just sit down somewhere and decide that, no, this guy, how is he doing this? Take Dr. Stephen, for example. I'm sure that if he opens his mouth to tell you the number of attacks he gets just because he's Dr. Stephen, not because he has done anything wrong, you'll be amazed. So if you have built a personal brand, the journey to success does not end after you have successfully created that brand. It is continuous, painstaking work. To use that personal brand to sell real estate, here's what you must do. Next slide, please. Identify your targets, as I said before. You cannot appeal to everyone. Your personal branding, like everything in life, is still subject to people's biases, which we have shown that people are biased naturally. You must identify those that you would naturally appeal to, that are inclined to you. If you are a fine girl, for example, this auntie now, I've been looking at her eyes, have been doing 4-4. Somehow, she's a very beautiful lady, for example, and everybody that comes across her will see that. It's a tool for you to use. I'm not saying you should, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. The lady read. So it's not that people will be attracted to you, it's normal. But you can use that to your own advantage. Guy now that likes fine people now. See how he picked people that look that sharp. He has really standing that who are these people here that look sharp? He picks them out easily. That's the same way people will pick you out if you look good, if you know what you're saying, if you're smart. It's true. How do we know smart people? It's true when they talk in class, for example, when they open their mouth and they say something, this is the person I want to be friends with. It's normal. We have natural biases. So if you know that these are the people that identify with you, sell to them. Find a way to sell to them. Find a market for them. Find your way around it. Next slide. Develop your unique set of skills. Everyone has a unique set of skills that sets them apart from the herd. Instead of trying to copy, be original. Those skills will help you sell what others wouldn't. But that is if you develop and refine it. The fact that you're an orator, for example, does not mean that you know all the words in the dictionary. So you have to refine your skill, that skill that you have to talk. You have to find a way to package your message. That's the word. So if you have talent with words, learn new ways to sell with words. No one can teach you what you already have, but some people can help you make whatever talent you have extraordinary. You have to be extraordinary. Everybody in this market, in fact, I'm always scared for real estate people because there's so many people selling. How do you find your own market? You have to be extraordinary. You cannot just be ordinary. You cannot just be the regular person. No, the world has moved beyond ordinary. Next slide. I think that's build your online presence. This does not mean anything. I'm sure we all have an online presence. I don't need to say anything on this. Build your online presence. Questions, please. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Questions, please, if you have, but please direct them to Dr. Stephen. He's here. Who is here? So.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause?
Instead of coming to speak now. Instead of coming to speak, of course, I have to do for it.
We do 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to take the questions now, or do you want to take the questions after the session? Fantastic. So please write your questions down on a piece of paper so that we can keep it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed this session so far? Yeah. Have we learned new things? Yeah. Have we seen what's the missing link? Yeah. Now, just tell me something about positioning. And I really wrote something down here, which is that positioning is the right parking lot inside your customer's mind. And going for it because someone else takes it. Positioning is finding the right parking lot. We have someone sleeping. Stop, brother. Inside your customer's mind and parking because someone else takes it. You know why? Because like you rightly said, this is a dog eats dog world. And the real estate sector is hugely saturated. And so you need to ensure that you have a brand that stands out in the midst of the noise. During the last lesson masterclass I had in Abuja, I asked a question, and feel free to give me a response. Between Dr. Stephen Akintayo and Chief's Holdings, which do you know of first?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stephen Akintayo, why? There's no right or wrong answer. Come on, let's go. Yes, he presented. Yes, someone else? Identity. Oh, tell me something, sir.
Yes, so that is
Is it my calling? Oh, that's awesome.
I've been thinking about, listen to him online. Before I got defeated by
Before you moved into Nigeria.
Yeah.
Come on, let me talk about it. Come on. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is one man who has mastered the craft of branding and beyond branding, positioning. Because it's one thing to brand yourself, but it's another to be known, seen, heard, and respected. And respect can only come when there's value on the table, because people are only willing to pay for something that they find valuable. Do we agree? Yeah. Are we together? And so, ladies and gentlemen, remember, nobody buys the best products. They buy the best known product. What did I say? Nobody, thank you, sir, in the world buys the best product. Don't worry, I'll put it on you, sir. They buy, no matter how smart you are, you're not the
looking for someone like you. The problem was that you were too busy with the crowd all this while. And that was the problem. Last week, I had one of the richest people in this country visit my office. For over 2 hours, I broke down a few things, she just shared on how we need to reinvent his personal brand, what we're going to do for him and all of that. Somebody is sleeping. Can you tap that man beside you? Eh? Can we all sit right, please? You can't sleep at this point, oh. It's money you are losing. And you will never get this opportunity again. So sit up. If you need to stand up, and pinch yourself, do that. Now, for me, the man was in my office for over 2 hours, and we got talking and all of that. And, I was shocked that who dashed my monkey banana? Eh? If I were to tell my dad that man was in my office, sat down for over 2 hours, he will be shocked. For over 2 hours. So the issue is the people at the top have been looking for you. They just cannot deal with all of you at the floor. Am I making sense at all? It's just like you telling me that I need to take picture with each one of you here. Right? I will miss my next meeting that is 5 p.m. So not because I don't want to take pictures with you, but because I have another meeting I have to go for. Are we together now? There's no way I can do it for all of you. So the same thing with life. Life will treat you well as long as you get out of the crowd. So tap your neighbor, say, neighbor, get out of the crowd. Get out of the crowd. Get out of the crowd. Just get out. And you'll be shocked. If my slide is up, go ahead and play. Get out of the crowd and you will be shocked that everybody really wants to work with you. And the universe is ready to favor you. Are we together now?
Yes, sir.
Get out of the what? The crowd. So,
Dr. Stephen Akintayo is Africa's most influential investment coach. He is a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa, leading Best of Africa Award. He is the chairman of G-Text Holdings and the founder of Stephen Akintayo Foundation. G-Text Holdings is the mother company of 11 subsidiaries with a highly innovative and young workforce. These subsidiaries include G-Text Homes, G-Text Land, Stephen Akintayo Foundation, G-Vest, G-Text Farms, G-Text and Associates, G-Text Academy, G-Text Soft, G-Text Hub. G-Text Holdings has several branches in Nigeria, which include Lagos State, Ibadan, Abeokuta, Asaba, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Other offices are in Dubai, the UK, and the US, and the company plans to extend operations to other African countries like Ghana, Rwanda, and Uganda. Dr. Akintayo Real Estate Firm has a plan to build 25,000 green and smart homes with golf courses, polo clubs, mall, hotel, hospitals, schools and universities across Africa by the year 2035 and control another set of 25,000 properties outside of Africa with a total real estate asset worth $40 billion by the year 2035. Dr. Stephen Akintayo is also the host of the Global Property Brokers Conference, the largest brokers conference in Africa. Now renamed the Global Wealth Festival, several renowned speakers like Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhant, Dr. John Maxwell and others have been brought on the platform. Dr. Akintayo has hosted some of the world's most renowned speakers on his platforms like Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Dan Locke, Toby and Tomi Arayomi, Toby Adegboyega, and several others. He is the host of the Investment Chat in a Rolls-Royce, which teaches people about different investment opportunities around the globe. Learning Luxury Show, a show that educates on the benefits of owning luxury and monetizing it, and Big Talk Show, aimed at enlightening youths and the general public on election-related issues in order to build the new Nigeria. He is also the host of the Billionaire Habits podcast, Burj Khalifa series in Dubai. You can watch them on the Billionaire Habits podcast. Dr. Stephen is also the author of 42 books. His latest are The Billionaire Habits for Pastors, Billionaire Habits for Entrepreneurs, and Becoming a Billionaire Land Banker. All his books can be found in Dr. Stephen's books. To book him for speaking engagements, email egstephenaquinteo.com and contact the number on your screen for more inquiries.
Thank you, by the way, for the clap. Next slide. How many of you, but you think you are not important to have a profile? So what did we learn today? Have a profile. Life is in phases, men and sizes. Let me tell you a story. My first profile, there was nothing to write about me. So you know what I did? I wrote a profile of who I will be in 5 years from that day. True story, I kid you not. That was my first profile. Right? I wasn't an author. I said Dr. Stephen is an author. Right? He's a TV host. I didn't have any TV or radio. Right? But the funny thing, 5 years later, I looked at that profile and I was way above what I wrote. Right? So let's start the journey from there. Personal branding. Have your what? Your profile about you. Take yourself. Many of us want people to take us serious, but we're not even taking ourselves serious. Right? We're not taking ourselves serious. You don't have a profile about who you are and how important you are. Tap your neighbor and say, you are important. Eh? You are important. Right? So, but write it down. Tell the world, I am what? Important. Write a profile about you. It's very, very important. Start from there. So assignment number 1, write your own what? Bio or your profile. These are charity projects. So Sivakta Foundation is started 16 years ago. Like GTEx Holdings as well. And in 6th January, we went to the prisons, took gift items to them, and we even paid for 11 people to be released from prison because some of them just had minor offenses like just paying 100,000 and they should have been released, and they've been in jail because of 100,000. Right. So we also had this feeding with over 500 widows. So we do this regularly. In fact, we're in Port Harcourt and discussed with a particular hospital. We're going to be doing a charity outreach very soon. Next slide. We also do a grant program for entrepreneurs where we support small business owners. By the way, don't we have like something that just moves to the next slide that the speaker can be using? Right, next slide. So this program you can always apply on www.sivaktafoundation.org, and we have a lot of packages for applicants and supporting their businesses. I'm a Harvard-trained real estate investor. Next. So importance of education. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor. Knowledge is not a destination, it's a journey. Now, I started this program 2 years ago. I was already a billionaire when it comes to real estate in Naira, but I still went to study more. Okay, so knowledge can never be overemphasized. And clap for yourself for being here because it means you prioritize knowledge, right? Now you decide to come today. Are we together now? Yes, and I'm encouraging you move from free knowledge to paid knowledge. Don't always look for free knowledge all the time. Use your money, pay, right? Use your money and pay. Some of you are still busy with your phone now while I'm talking. You know why? You didn't pay. Absolutely. Right? If you had paid $13,000 like I paid for my course, sorry, $15,000, I promise you, you will not be touching your phone while you are in this class. You will not. I'm leaving for the US again for another program with Grant Cardone. I'm paying $30,000. So when I meet people who say, but God bless you with the knowledge, God didn't bless me with the knowledge. I was born the same way you are born. Empty. I brought nothing into this world.
Take nothing,
right? But I decide to add something to my brain. Tap your neighbor, say, add something to your brain. You know, we do a lot of blackmailing in Africa. Now God give you this money you brought to this world. You know, go to come. Yes, true. Absolutely true, and you're right. But why not taste the money first before you start statement why you are poor? Am I making sense at all? Make the money, then start giving it out. I think that makes sense. I tell people, if you really care about poor people, become rich so you can help them. Too poor people can't help themselves. Stop blackmailing us with all these, we will not take money to heaven. Okay. It's true, right? Become rich and help as many poor people as you can. If our company were to be poor, are we going to put this together? This costs us millions to have you come here, right? And we're able to write off the cost and say, you come for free. But we couldn't do that if we were poor. Does that make sense? So two poor people cannot what? Help each other. One has to become rich first before he can now see what he can do to help the other. So we started a project in the US. We did a conference earlier this year, and we got a certificate of congressional recognition by the Congresswoman of Houston. Right, and it was our entry into the Houston market. We have our new estate we're building there, over 40 acres, and then we're building the largest green and smart home in the whole of USA, built by a black man. Right, it's going to be taking us the next 7 years to complete it. At least the residential, and then the commercial in 10 years' time is ready. We will do groundbreaking in August, and we're currently even raising, you can clap. So it's part of why we got the congressional recognition, because I was on TV sharing about the dream, and the congresswoman said she was coming for a conference and gave us this award. And for us, it's a $150 million project. We're getting institutional investors to give us $105 million, and we're raising 45 million. I know what's in your mind. You can clap. I know what's in your mind. Why are you not doing that in Nigeria? We already have over 20 estates we're doing in Nigeria, but I don't have any bank giving me 70% of the money I need to build houses on those estates, and that's why. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So because people will ask you, in America, 70% of the money we need to build that place, it's already ready by institutional investors, right? If I were to have even be a US citizen, guess what? They would have given me 80 to 90%. I just need to drop 10%. In some cases, 95%, I'll get it. I just need to drop 5%. Are we learning here? So, and that's why stop criticizing what you don't understand. Ask questions. The second benefit of that project, and that's why we're doing it, is that in America, like Nigeria, when you build a project worth 150 million, it's the same even if the project is 1 million. Now, in a few years, the value of the project can appreciate. We call it capital appreciation. Everybody say capital appreciation. Now, let's assume we build this one 150 million, and in 2 years, the new value of this project is now 300 million. I'm just an assumption, right? In America, guess what happened? We can withdraw that 150 million, and we still control the entire property. And we can do anything with that 150 million. Only happens in America. Doesn't happen in Nigeria. Now, I'm not asking you to Japan, right? Because most of your people who have Japan, they are still not doing what GTEx is doing in America. Because a lizard in Nigeria will not turn to alligator in Katy. It is who you have become that you can extend when you travel abroad. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Are we together? So tap your neighbor, say, neighbor, become an alligator in Nigeria. So that you can replicate the alligatorism when you Japan. Does this make sense? That's the way it should be. Become great here first, and then extend and expand your greatness across the what? The globe. Does that make sense? But to sit down here and say the reason you are not great is because of Nigeria. No, you are responsible. And to give you a context of my story, because some of you may not be aware, I studied in Nigeria. My first degree was microbiology. I went to OSU. And I remember writing a CV because my mother had died of ovarian cancer. And I mean, you won't believe it, 800,000 naira was what we couldn't afford, right? And she died. And she was a civil servant, she was a breadwinner. And because the only person I know that loved me, that would do everything for me is dead, I felt this entrepreneurship. I started my business when I was on campus, by the way. Tommy used to be my school daughter. They used to help me with, and they used to insult me as well that I'm not good with business. But that's a story for another day. Okay. And my mother had died. Somebody says she's the one. So yes, if you don't know the story, I have to know. Let's not embarrass her. So let's move on. So I started business on campus and I had failed many times. My mother had died, so what do? I needed a job. In fact, my best friend, I used to squat in their house in Gowon, had said to me, his mom said, I can't stay in the house again, that I'm a liability. So I had to move to Songwater, which was the only place. You see why I'm particular about real estate? Because I used to hate my mom then because she built a house in Songwater. It's not even, when you get to Toll Gate, you now take Okada. Even the road is so bad, you have to do rainy season. So I felt, who builds a house inside this, thick forest in Zongo? And unfortunately, when she died, that's the only house we could go. That's the only place we could live. So from there, I remember now writing 100 CV. Everybody's 100 CV. 100 CV. I did a cover letter on that CV that says, do not pay me for 6 months until I prove my worth. That's why today, GTEx now has an internship program for 6 months. Because those that they didn't give me the opportunity, let them give others. Right? And so today, you say you have not gotten a job in Nigeria. Come and prove yourself in 6 months in GTEx. You have a 10%, there is no salary, but we will train you and you have 10% commission on every land you sell, 5% on every house you sell. Jessica is not here. She's been able to raise her family and take care of her family. She has 3 kids from being an intern in that 6 months program. By the 3rd month or something, she made her first 6 million in commission. How many people even earn 6 million in 1 year? Now, but I apply. I said, don't pay me for 6 months. Let me prove myself. They refused to give me the job. The first place I took it to, the man said there's no table and chair, so you can't give me the job. The second place I took my CV to, the receptionist, as if I was to take her job. She collected my CV, walked away, and I stood there for over 10 minutes. She refused to come out. I had to excuse myself and leave their premises. The 3rd place I took my CV to, the man said to me, there is no job in Nigeria. I can be deceiving you to tell you I'll get you a job, but there's no job in this country. He said to me, what I will advise you is, I notice on your CV, you've been doing business when you're on campus. Why not continue? I said, but I need experience. He said, well, there's no job. So one of the business I started on in Osu with 1,000 naira was bulk SMS. I will paste poster from that Songwater to Ikeja Long and back. One day, 10 a.m. I was stopping at every bus stop and, photocopy, buy bulk SMS, 75 kobo, buy bulk SMS. I started 10 a.m. and I got back to Songwater bus stop by 12:30 a.m. the following day. As I was coming down from the mall where tears were rolling down my eyes, I was not trying to cry. In other words, I wasn't planning to cry. It wasn't like I wanted to cry. My body pitied. You don't understand. Maybe my soul pitied my body. I don't know which one. And tears were just rolling down. And I think part of the pain was that as I was going down that mall, it was pitch darkness. There was, it's like from here to Aja, and it's so dark, nothing. So maybe my body doesn't. Are you still going to trek from here to Aja? Did they graduate? Like, life is not supposed to be this hard. And something said to me, cheer up. One day you will share this story with people and they will not believe you.
Yes, sir.
Later, along the line, one Okada mysteriously showed up and then took me home. I will never forget that story. But the story has changed today. So tap your neighbor, say, neighbor, I swear your story will change. Tap another neighbor, that was no belief. Tap the one with believe. Tap another neighbor, say, neighbor, I swear we go make calm. For this country, we go make calm. So now you see why when people give me excuses, I don't take it. Because it's not as if my journey was easier than yours. It's not as if I had it better. It's not as if I had a superior advantage. But you know what I had? I was rugged. I was determined. I'm not going to take a no for an answer. And I will keep knocking at every door until they fling open. Do you know what was different with me? I am going to hustle. I am proud of my hustle. I'm not ashamed of it. Some of you are still playing big boy. Let your big boy show in your status. Add what to your name. It's not by packaging. Let there be what to your name. And how do you add what to your name? See thou a man diligent in his business. He shall stand before kings and not mere men. Today, anywhere in the globe I talk, people listen. Great people want to have my contacts and they want to be my friend. You know why? I focus on being diligent. Being diligent. If I ask you this simple question, how many of you this morning calling yourself property brokers message every single body on your contact list on WhatsApp? How many of you? How many of you this morning call 100 people on your list and say, I have a new project. I have this property for you. How many of you? How many of you? Can I shock you? If you are on my WhatsApp this morning, on my WhatsApp, I have 3 numbers, and each of those WhatsApp has over 30,000 contacts. And I'm sure if you have my number, you know you got my message this morning. If at level, and I'm disturbing everybody to say, come and do business with me. How? What exactly? It's giving you the confidence that you don't need to knock on every door to sell. You will mock me. In your presence, I'll still do it. And you go and tell everybody I doubted that guy. Oh, my boy. I see people doubting. Hey, this KT thing, they will not do it. 150 million, easy. US. It is in Nigeria. We'll see who will have the last laugh. But the rule is that you must be dedicated. You must be determined. You have one life, not two, not three. One. Make it count. Make it count. One life. Make it count. Add what to your name. Let your name count for something great. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor. Me, Stephen Akintayo. I have made up my mind that my name will count in this world. I refuse to die except my name counts for something. I refuse to die until I'm known for something great. I refuse to die until my name brings glory to my family. Put your hands together for yourself, everybody. Next slide. Are you inspired at all? Come on, are you inspired? I need energy. Oh, I thought I'm talking to safe people. Are you inspired? I need energy. That's how it's done. We're safe people. We just want energy. Why do you think people buy? They buy because you bring joy. Sometimes you don't know the clients you are talking to. The reason why some clients buy from you is your excitement. I am yet to see anybody selling well that doesn't have excitement. Right? Water that you are seeing, that's one of our secrets. The only thing water used to charm me is our excitement. Right? If I used to ask, are you on drugs? You're just always excited. Because successful people are always bothered by so many things. You need to know that. They have too many wahala in them. So when you come, you are positive, you are excited. They will say, right? Let's do business. But when you now frown your face, as if you want to put a gun to their head, you can't put a gun to my head for me to patronize you. You can only get me to patronize you with excitement. So this is what we're, why next, keep going. So one thing we're missing here, I've said that we must be running this event simultaneously across all branches, and we'll start that for next month. Okay? So using personal branding to sell real estate can significantly differentiate you from what? Other agents and establish trust, credibility with potential clients. Here are guides on how to leverage effectively. I've just 30 minutes or so left. So quickly, whoever is handling the slide, move faster. So number one, define your unique selling proposition, USP. What makes you unique? If I ask some of you now, you say you are selling real estate. What makes you unique? GTEx Land is a subsidiary that sells lands. And what do we say we do? We sell service plots. And we are the ones who democratize land banking. We made the concept of land banking popular. All of you have copied now, which is fine. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. But when we started, nobody was at the forefront of teaching land banking. We didn't invent land banking, but we did more popular. We help people to understand that, oh, you can buy this land now, give it 5 years. The thing will more than triple. And as we continue to push it, at the beginning it was difficult, but over time now it's easier because we can give you stories now. We can do before and after. And that reminds me who is here. Joshua, tell Martha they should, for Berry Beachfront now, they should do a new set of videos before and after, right? And I need to get it if possible tomorrow, right? Showing 2019. Look for all the clips 2019. Even we have an advert, GTEX property you want to buy, and there was one Godwin did. Then versus the new ones with, all the image with color Olotu we did last week. How many of you were part of the trip last week to prepare to, oh, beautiful. This weekend we are going to Ibadan. We are going by train, right? So it's going to be fun. We're entering the train from Lagos to Ibadan, and then we have bus taking us to Monia. We spend our Monia property, and then we use the bus to come through Ibadan Expressway, and you're back to Lagos. But at least we'll move from Lagos through the train. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 2, develop a what? Consistent brand identity. Develop a consistent brand identity. So here, what I'm saying is that you cannot today be selling for GTEX, tomorrow you are selling for this, next tomorrow you are selling for this, before you know you are selling for 10 different people. That is not a consistent brand identity. And many of you, the reason why people don't trust you, know why? You sell for too many people. And the mentality you are giving the customer is what? Who can guess? No, not scam. No?
You're not consistent.
No? 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 Oh, God bless you. You care about the money. Anywhere left is. Anybody that will give you commission, you will sell for them, whether they are real or they are not real. The secret here is exclusivity. Tell your neighbor, exclusivity. Am I making sense at all? What made us different is that when it comes to housing, we said, no, we only sell green and smart home. When it became needed for us to sell property outside green and smart, you know what we GTEX had to do? We created a new subsidiary called GTEX Suits to now be selling any type of house. But GTEX Home remains green. You see the concept of exclusivity now? So that we're not just like everybody else. We're different. We're us. So why not be that kind of broker too? That you have a unique brand identity. It's something you should even brag about. Oh, I only sell for 3 developers. I don't say, I'm not Bugberu. No. We sell exclusivity. Right? Oh, we only sell luxury. That is something important. When people told us, up to today, people still say, Dr. Stephen, can't you do something for low-income earners? Where, we the masses. And what is my answer to that? The government is the one to do that for you. Because all those who have attempted to do cheap, affordable land and house, what has happened to their brand? Come on. Talk to me now. And the reason is because even in developed world, that's the rule. When you want to do low-cost housing, it's not you, the private sector, it's not your power. You can't do that, it's on your power. Right? So what do government do? They will give you the land. That is happening with TAF in Port Harcourt. River State government gave TAF the land. Are we together now? So TAF is able to sell his houses at a what? Cheaper price. Come on, are you with me or you are sleeping on me? Right? So if you want to do low-cost housing, it has to be a partnership with what? With government. So any private developer that wants to please, who is that? Who is that? We made it very clear. Switch off your phone. You can't pick on my class, please. Respect others. So if you want to do low-income housing, it has to be a partnership between private sector and what? And the government. When you as a private sector alone say, oh, I want to help poor people. By the way, the most difficult people to help are poor people. And what is the definition of poor? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Poverty is a mindset. That's why you can't cast it out. It's not a demon. So your pastor laying legs on you and laying hands and emptying anointing oil for you to prosper. They are just calming you. Poverty is not a demon. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. Right? Sicknesses are demons, by the way, and there are biblical proof to that. There are people who have been sick in the Bible, and Jesus what? Cast out the demon, and they got what? Well, is that correct? Yeah, yes. But not poverty. Did you see Jesus cast out poverty anytime? When tax collector came, why didn't he pray in tongues?
You are right.
Come on, talk to me. Why didn't he pray in tongues? He still told them to go and fish. Am I making sense at all? Some people will tell you that they sold that fish and the money from it, they paid the tax. Some version said they opened the fish mouth and money came out. Either way, value had to exchange hand. There was still a physical work done to fish. Are we learning at all? So if you're serious about, yeah, you can clap if you want to, can clap well. I don't believe in average. Right? It's part of developing a what? A consistent brand identity. GTEC's core value is energy. That's why you never see me train, and I'm training like a sick person. Energy is part of our core, it's part of our brand identity. So don't do things averagely. If you want to clap for a man, clap well. Clap well, don't do average. Number next, craft a compelling story. What is your real estate story? All you are telling me is you want to sell real estate. Tell me a story. Tell me why you decided to sell real estate. Tell me your why. Let me share this with you. People don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell. You should write that down. People do not buy what you sell, they buy why you sell. All of you are using Apple now. You use an iPhone, isn't it? iPhone will never tell you about iPhone. They tell you why. They tell you why. Why iPhone? So tell a story of your why. Many of you did not start listening to me very well when I started this class until I share my story of my mother's death. Who knows? Be honest. Raise your hand if you are in that category. It made it real for you. By the time I share my story of pasting poster, come on, raise your hand if you understand what I'm talking about. It became real. Suddenly you are seeing yourself in me. Suddenly hope is rising that if you went through all this, I'm probably going through a phase of that now. Then there is hope for me. So why are you not telling your story? Nobody's going to buy land from you if you don't tell your real estate story. And this is one of the reasons why I tell every one of you selling property. Your commission, you are not permitted to eat it all. I don't care whether what is going to, whoever will die should die. There's a phase of your life. You have to rise to the top first. First. You have to rise to the top first. You have to rise first. A gentleman, I had known him years back. And recently, I think this guy started, he said God called him was to be a pastor, left one ministry, moved to another one, moved to South Africa. You know, before you know it, he claimed he left South Africa because his mother was sick and refused to go back to South Africa. In fact, resigned the job. It's almost as if some demonic forces were on this guy. 4 years now, he's been claiming he's been taking care of his mother. 4 years, he has no job. How can you take care of a sick person if not for good money to take the person for good treatment? Are we together? Poverty is a mental state. The mental state, it just makes you misbehave and you don't even know you are misbehaving. So now he's asking me to give him money. I said, I will give you this money. You will still spend it. You still need another one. Yeah. I think you need to do a job. I empathize with you that your mom is sick and you pity your mom and you love your mom. But you cannot help your mom being poor. You need money to take her to a good hospital. and you're begging from pillar to post ain't gonna cure your mom's sickness. Wake up. Wake up. Craft a story. Craft a story, and people can connect with you. Does this make sense at all? Craft a story. Craft your story. So assignment number 2, craft your story and give it to Mr. Goke to help you edit. And it becomes a major thing you talk about whenever you're about to speak, whenever you're about to do a presentation. And what it does is that it waters the ground. You walk the room. It prepares the ground for you. Am I making sense at all? So I'm doing a Zoom meeting with a client. I say, well, my mother, let me tell you a story, by the way. My mother bought a land in one bush. Imagine I'm talking to a client who is telling me that where I'm selling is a bush. Do you see how I walk my story now? I said, let me tell you a story of my mom. My mother was a civil servant in TACN. And years ago, all she had was 8,000 naira. Even the 8,000 naira, she splitted the payment. I was paying 500 every month till she paid for that land 8,000 naira in Ota. Little did my mother know that she was even going to die before she was 70. And she was going to leave 5 children who need to take care of themselves. My mom's dying words were, my children are still young. Who will take care of them? And has God not taking care of us? Yes. Right? But honestly, I don't know how we would have coped if she didn't have the house. We had days, for 2 days we did not eat. My older brother's wife was pregnant. He too didn't have a good job. But at least we had a roof over our head. At least landlord did not chase us out. Now, how many of you want to buy land now? You see the power of a story. Eh? Instead, most of you are saying it is 2 minutes from airport, 10 minutes from Kiniko, it is 15 minutes. As you can see. Tell a story. Come on, who's excited here? Tell a story. Tell a story. Many times, you know why we don't want to tell a story? We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to look as if, I started. No, tell it. Everybody has their version. Everybody has their version. Imagine you will see me today now, but the man is big. And then you come to my office, big office, and you don't know I have a story. And suddenly, by the time you are telling your story, what happened is connecting with what? With mine. And I'm looking at you from a different perspective. But many of us want to brag and say, no, me, I've never suffered, though. I've never suffered. Right? I have no problem. No, tell a story. Some of you started as a copper. Tell that story. If I were Kehinde, I would start from the IG message I sent to me. Yeah, I'll start there. And she's a millionaire today. Right? She's a millionaire today. I mean, the month she doesn't make $1 million, there's a mistake. Right? There's a problem. Okay? Establish an online presence. Okay, I have a 60-40-40 rule. So go to my YouTube. I taught this last class, so I'm not going to repeat it. So subscribe to my YouTube. You will watch it. Dr. S. Akintayo, and watch the last class we did here last month. Okay, Dr. S. Akintayo on YouTube. And I talked a lot about selling using social media. Omojua was here as well. He did a fantastic session with you guys as well. So go watch it. Next. Because of time, what's the time? 4:25. Okay, I need to start up.
We have like 35 minutes to wrap up.
Okay. So I have to wrap up, and I will stop here. I have a new formula, and I want all of you to copy that same formula. How do you? By the way, I'm starting a new club. It's called the Billionaire Realtors Club. Come on, And that club, you must show me evidence you've sold up to £1 billion to join. The first set of inaugural people joining that club, I'm not going to charge them a dime. The second set, we pay $20,000.
Let's go.
But the first set must show me evidence they've sold property worth $1 billion. And the only thing I want to do with those people is to start the journey of them selling $1 billion. Right? From billionaire to $1 billion. That's the journey. But how do you become a billionaire realtor? Huh? Are you ready for the formula?
Yes.
The formula is HW plus SW plus NW equals to billions. This is my billionaire formula. You can apply it to any industry. What does HW stand for? What does SW stand for? What does NW stand for? This is the missing liquid most of us here. For years, I made this mistake. I did the hard work. I did the smart work, but I left out the what? For years. For years. And I don't know why I did it. I mean, I think today, looking back, is religious arrogance. Everybody say religious arrogance. You know how our pastor say, you don't need anybody but God. Somebody say God. Somebody say God. Continue. They play. And I tell you the truth, God will use man.
And woman.
And woman to help you. Yeah? Because angels ain't going to fall from heaven to help you. The proof that God has blessed you is that he brings people of might around your life. That's the proof. How you know God has blessed you? It's the caliber of people he brings your way. One day I was in a man's house. I was humbled. Everybody say I was humbled. Come on, say I was humbled. The man invited me to his house for dinner and then started his story. It's too long, so I won't tell you all the whole story. But it was also, and that's why I'm saying be vulnerable. This man, as early as 2011, he has been doing over $20 billion. 2011. In fact, the day he came to my house, the car he brought, the thing looks like a spaceship, you know, like a rocket. The chairs. You know, when you see car, you know you see car. You know, who knows what I'm talking about? Oh, who knows cars? Machine. Right? But when this man opened up about his journey, that in fact his first big breakthrough, his first breakthrough in his life, and that's what we're talking about. Don't joke with the what? The hard work and the smart work. He wanted to start bringing oil into Nigeria. He didn't have money, but he knew one particular network. He would go to the woman's house. He would drop letter every day. In fact, the final time he went there, the security said, the next time, Oga, you come here, we'll go arrest you. Because now you're a security risk to our madam. True story. And he was based in Lagos. He would go to Abuja, just hoping to meet this woman, whether by mistake, whether she just even was driving through, he would beg her. Now, that final day, you see why? Try it again. Tell somebody, try again, try again. One more time. Tell your neighbor one more time. So this last trip to Abuja was the one more time. And then that gave him the final warning that if we see your leg here, by mistake again, now prison they go. On his way, he got a call. Are you so? What has been disturbing us? come to 11 a.m. sharp. Now there's trouble. Because this was a deal of $70 million. Now, the clothes he had worn yesterday, he can't go back there tomorrow with the same clothes. Who knows what I'm talking about? He doesn't even have enough money as well. In fact, he was on his way driving to the airport, like he's going back to Lagos when he got that call. So he had to ask the taxi man, where if he gets cheap hotel? I said, there's 1,500, off the airport road, just took him. When he entered the hotel, he knew this was a cheap hotel. Hotel where this lock, who knows those small locks? So they will now cut it, And then they gave him handle and batches. 1,500. She said he barely slept. Mosquito finished it. The following morning, he had to go look for where he could buy cheap clothes to wear another one. Changed in their toilets, went back to this presentation. When he started the conversation with this woman, she was also getting him, right? This one looked like a scammer. But actually, I was based in the UK. Okay, do you even have an account? Tell your neighbor, you must have an account. Some of you don't even have domiciliary accounts. If you imagine you sell our Dubai product now, or our US product, how will we go pay you? You don't even have a domiciliary. So do you even have a Nigerian account? 70 million, because he needed that woman, right, to convince the banks to raise him that money. I can send it to the people who ship in the oil. Am I making sense at all? What am I trying to say here? I don't care how you want God to help you. He will still have to what? So to your hard work, add smart work. To your smart work, add what? I cannot overemphasize this. You can only rise to the quality of the network in your life. You can only rise. So now I'm very intentional. Very. Because even if God gives me certain breakthrough, if I can't have people that I can call, I'm saying, Stephen, I've wired 50 million, let me rest. And then they say, oh, God, come and say, when you have a return. May God bless you with people. Say amen. Because your problem is that you've been selling to all these people will pay you 1 million and will not let you rest. Are you sure people are not scammers? Are you sure? Are you sure? I need to confirm. They don't get money. They don't get money. Real rich people will wire millions into your account, and you'll be the one chasing them to say, come and sign your receipt. Come and fill your form. Who knows what I'm talking about? Come and even fill the form. But the poor ones, we say, no, I must fill the form first. They've not wired money. So we say, let me even see the contract first. You people. I don't trust all of you. May God send you quality network. Can I hear louder? Amen. Right? Quality what? Network. Now, I want to give you a quick formula to attract quality network. Number one is what Tommy taught us. Build a brand that cannot be ignored. A brand that cannot be ignored online. Build an online brand that cannot be ignored. Some of the wealthy people I know today, right? Some of them that selling real estate. There are so many beautiful short videos, architectural videos of some of the most expensive properties in the world. Start populating your pages there. Your page be full of gossip. what Very Dark Man did, what Bobrisky did, what Tinubu son did. Am I making the draw? There are some good content. Put a content that a rich man will want to watch the video now. You don't have money for 50 million. Put the video there. And say one of the most expensive property in Dubai. I did something very powerful some years ago. I said enough is enough with poor customers. I apologize to you if you're in that category, but you can work with my junior staff. Anybody that must talk to me this year, you must be ready to invest at least $1 million. That's when I started attracting some high net worth. Do you know the funny thing I noticed? The first person who commented was herself a multi-millionaire. So correct.
Correct.
Now you are speaking the language of rich people. The reason you are not selling, your language is for poor people. It's like I'm knocking some people's head. It's like bad news. It's the truth. And the reason is because the content you are posting is those content. How I took Okada and then the man cheated me. He was supposed to collect 100 naira. He eventually collected how I took Abba. Right? Talk like a rich person.
Oh my.
Okay, I'll give you a very easy way, and I will just, because time is gone, and I have a meeting. I'll give you a very easy way. How many of you got here before you wear your clothes today? You came here naked. Right? Because, and then when you got here, you now wore your clothes. That's what you are doing, all of you. Anytime you are communicating based on where you are, instead of where you are going. Anytime you appear before anyone, and I don't care how rich they are, and you talk like where you are, instead of talking like where you are going. It's like choosing to get to a destination before you wear your clothes. It's like coming to a venue naked. Because this morning, you dress for where you are going.
Yes.
You didn't get there, but you dressed it.
Yes.
Am I making sense at all? The clothes you wore was not for your living room. It was for this meeting. But you wore it where? Not even, some of you, not even in the living room, in the toilet. Am I making sense at all? And then you walked your way here. So why disturb me about where you are coming from and where you are? Instead of telling me a journey of where you were coming from and where you are going. Does that make sense? And so I'm on my way to building the most trusted real estate agency brand. Man, because you were cheated, that's why I started this business. Because I want to turn that story around. I want investors like you to know they are trusted agents who will not cheat you. Does that make sense at all? Talk like where you are going. Does it make sense? Behave like where you are going. Move like where you are going. Some of you, the way you walk is like, stand up, my friend, move like rich people. Everybody stand up, sit there, they are sitting. I need you to just take a walk like a rich person. Take a walk. You need, some of you need to adjust. See some, they are still walking like poor people. Right? Are you blessed today? Oh, I need your energy. Are you blessed today? I love you all. God bless you. Have your seat.
Thank you so very much, sir.
I'm going. Okay, I know. What's the time?
40 minutes after. 4:40.
Joshua, let's go.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much from Port Harcourt. Thank you so much. We love you.
I'm so I'm don't call considering leaders.
That was a powerful one, Dr. Stephen. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
So I'll hand over to and associate the person of Mr. Goke. Please have a round of applause.
Thank you. Okay, in the next 5 minutes, we are going to just 2 weeks ago, we launched our 247 top market service, meaning wherever you could be in the world, you can always reach out to us. So, wherever you are in the world, you can reach out to us, and that is another support from GTEx. Now, we're going to be playing to you some person that have actually made this money, and we are going to be presenting the check to them. Mr. Joe, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, please, can you just coordinate that now? Let me have those we have here right now. So, because Steven, Dr. Steven have to leave now. Please, come, call them, please. Please, come, Joe, come. Be very fast, 2 minutes, call them.
Okay. So, Mr. Gabriel, then
okay. Just 3 of them for now. Okay. Thank you very much, Joe. While we are trying to give them a check, I also want to use this medium to also reach out to several one of us, as in that are not yet on the platform of GTEx and Associates. Now, currently, for those of us that came early enough, I've made mention that before the end of this year, with the help of Dr. Stephen Akintayo, we are making, you can pick up his check. So we are making over 100,000 billionaires through real estate. And the good way is this. And we are not, just as Dr. Stephen has actually illustrated for us, we are doing it the smart way. We are doing it the network way, right? Awesome. Wow. Okay. Come on, raise it up. I want to be like these guys are. Now let me help you with the story for Joseph. Joseph actually activated this sale last week, right? At Isheri allocation. So I want to use this medium to reach out to every one of us. If you are not selling for GTEx, then you are on a long thing. Sincerely. And we also have we have several incentives for us, and it's real. It's awesome. You have the support system to work with you. Just last week, we launched what we call the 90 days challenge to billionaire. 90 days challenge to be a billionaire. So if you want to be on that path, if you want to earn, we have the back office to actually work with us. For those of us that actually want to be part of these GTEx and Associates, the same number that reached out to us, we are ready to work with you. We are more than ready, because we'll be more excited to make you billionaire through GTEx and Associates. Thank you very much.
Okay. What happened? Hello, everybody. I was blind and now I can see. Okay. So I've been following Dr. Stephen for like 2 years now. But I've been part of the GTEx and Associates 2 years. But I actually joined in like physically from mine. I actually joined DNA physically. Put your okay. Yeah.
No, take. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So I joined physically DNA January 21st. So I think there's exactly 2 months, like the exactly 2 months. That's when I made this sale. Yes, I made this sale, and I'm grateful because of the lessons, the teachings, following doctor, and
I think the greatest thing is the main points that I had a lot of things, and it's all born to what God has done.
Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Yeah, my name is Kende, and I started as a core member in GTEX. So I would say in my final year, because I've heard stories of people finished school and they became unemployed even after several interviews. So I
being with GTEX is a brand that will shoot you up anywhere. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank Dr. Stephen and GTEX as a whole for this whole progress and growth. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't agree less to what you said thus far. We can go and take out. Thank you very much. Let's okay, now we'll be rounding up with the rest part of the training right now. So why she come up? So I want to still remind us, right? If you are not selling for GTEX right now, this is an opportunity for you to hop in, and we are ready to accommodate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GTEX and Associates. Please, can we give them a round of applause? And if you're seated beside our winners, can you give them a congratulatory handshake? Come on, don't be a hater. Celebrate great so that great will find you. Yes? Okay, so Mr. Goke, are we still training or we're going? Are we still training or we're going?
No, we're going now. We just want to use this medium to take one or two because we should run up in 7 minutes here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be out of here in the next 5 minutes to enable us to take pictures in 2 minutes. Sorry, ma'am, just wait so we can take pictures with you. So I remember we had 3 questions and we also have Prof here who wanted to give a feedback. So do you still want to ask your questions, or do you have any contributions to make? Amazing. And we also have Dr. Stephen Akintayo's books here for sale. It could be a boat of anything, anybody. It is unfair for you to leave. Some of us flew in here, and I am still standing here. It is unfair. 7 minutes and you'll be out.
That's 360-degree for pictures for them.
Nobody has anything to say. Come on, salespeople. Yes, I have one person at the back. Okay, so can I get one person per roll?
Let me get the mic.
Can I get one person per roll? I have one person here. Oh, yeah, lady in black and white. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Yes. Prof, are you taking your integrity?
Yes.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, the second one is on diversification. I know Dr. Steve is doing a lot of things. Okay,
Can you write the questions for me?
So
you can use your phone to type it. You can use your phone to type it. Yes, sir, carry on.
My question now is this: how do you strike a balance? Between focusing on this students because I think it needs to total attention and whatever it is you're doing.
So your question is, how do you stay focused and diversify at the same time? Thank you. Please give a round of applause.
I wanted to help with the fourth question when he said he locked it.
I remember the question. Let's go. Do you want us to respond or do you want us to take all the questions at once? Which one? We should respond. Okay.
Take all the questions.
All right, so next question, that row. We had a hand up there. Yes, Professor, please give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Professor, I finally get to hear you speak.
I'll tell you what. I want to get my wonderful brother in Rachel, I launched that for informing me on this program today. Essentially,
you write the name and the question.
Yesterday, when he was
not professor for yes, sir, your question, sir.
Yes, my question is right. You know, we that are having rights, that's I'm actually saying we're guilty. I'm guilty of that way, like I said for other companies. Right? So now, GTEx has proved that I can create a brand around the GTEx. So how?
Okay.
I want to Dr. Kitai.
Yes, sir.
You know, storytelling is very wonderful. I was listening to this one from time to time. Very exciting. I listened to him online. I read his book with him, and I'm correct naturally. Right? I'm following. Today, I see electrified and I congratulate God for this opportunity for this training.
Sorry, sir, can I get your name again? So I don't keep calling you from. So give it up for Professor Jones. No, it's one parole. You missed your hello, fine girl, Valentine baby. You missed your time. That's how trumpets sound, and you're not here. You're here. I'm just playing, please. Yes, we have someone on that row. Oga, no, come to Alhaji with the filler. Give the man with the filler. Round of applause for Alhaji with the filler. You're not talking for him. Ask a question or give a feedback or a vote of thanks. Let's go on behalf of the people on your roll, sir. Or if you what you've learned. Yes, of course.
I recently was in line with you guys. But the land is located in Ijebu.
Yes, sir.
So I had to send some of them to check the progress.
Yes, please.
And the guy said he couldn't locate his progress.
Okay.
If the land already spent, I just bought it without going there.
Without going there.
I just make the land spent and which area and entirely on the expressway or the expressway.
Your name, sir?
That is Success.
Mr. Dare Success wants to know the specific location for the land he purchased at Ijebu-Ode. Please give him a round of applause. At least he's an existing client. Yes, that row. We had one hand there. No, it was a lady. Oh, sorry, sir. It was a lady. I'm sorry. I remember. It was a lady. Well, am I there? Yes, please. Yes, good evening.
So my question sounds a bit like
your name is Deborah. Hello, Secretary. Secretary. Hello. Deborah's question. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I don't know if it sounds alike, why I still feel the need to ask a question.
Yes.
So what I want to ask is I decided to ask the personal branding for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm asking as a spokesperson, have there's a situation where you have 2 or 3 products, you know, maybe one real estate, product, and they don't have anything to do with each other. You know, as personal branding, how would you that you have to have separate lines, separate that, create that difference between them.
Fantastic. So can we give Deborah a round of applause? And we're done, yes? So Deborah, first, you came late. Perhaps if you had come early, you'd have gotten that. Secondly, are we together? No, ma'am. I'm sorry. We need to leave here in 10 minutes. Secondly, so your question is same as the gentleman here on diversification. Are we together? Yeah. Okay, so good thing we still have our branding experts in the building. So you will take the questions on branding while I will give you a little hint. Sir, what's your name again, Mr. Stanley? You're distracting me.
I'm giving you what you said.
Yeah, you can ask me. You're sorry for real. You're distracting me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We can take our question again. So our question is on diversification. If you have various brands that are disconnected, how do you connect them? That was the question. Sorry. So you're Mr. Stanley. Yes? And your question was on integrity. So I'll take that answer or that question. I'll help you with an answer. And as you know, I'm the president of Dr. Stephen Akintayo's Mentees Association. Clap for me now. That's self-acclaimed though. And so I can tell you, and I stand to be corrected, and anybody else who has a response to that question can help. In my view, I think there are 3 stages to an apology. Are we together? Acceptance, statement of the problem, and then an apology and promise that you would actually follow through. So I'll give you an instance. What's your name, ma'am? Lillian. The beautiful Lillian and I, perhaps, had a negative experience, and the negativity came from my end, okay? I might be having a bad day, and I'm cranky, and she perhaps tried to approach me, right? And then she meets me tomorrow, and I'm trying to sell to Lillian, Miss Lillian, Mrs. Lillian, Dr. Lillian. Now, she goes, I don't like that lady. She was nasty to me 2 days ago. And perhaps I heard it from, what's your name, ma'am? From the beautiful Miss Yetunde. I owe it to her. Are we together? Especially because I am trying to portray, even beyond sales. Remember we said you need to give value. People buy from who they like. Do we all agree? People need to like you first before they buy from you. People need to like you first before they list with your brokerage. Yes, thank you for believing me. You owe me 1,000 naira. Round of applause for that. Back to the point. I owe it to her to accept that, Miss Lillian, I apologize that I made you feel that way yesterday. Truthfully, I was cranky. I flew in from Abuja to Port Harcourt, had a training with Dr. Stephen, visited 3 sites, flew back to Lagos, barely slept, and I'm here right now doing this, missing my class because I'm running 2 master's degree programs. So you see, you're now clapping. So you see, even you said, wow. So you would understand why I'm cranky. And you understand why I'm telling you, pay attention to this, because I'm letting go of things to be here. Are we together? Yes. However, I promise you that I'll work on my emotional intelligence and be a better person. I hope my apology is accepted. She even said accepted. So maybe you chop the man money, you don't give him a house, bros. Are we together? Now, let me make it relatable. No, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, let me point at this so that. So maybe you chop the man money, you don't give him a house. You owe it to the clients. Remember, Dr. Stephen said something about relatability. Everybody is dealing with shit right now. Pardon my French. Everybody's dealing with shit. So I would respect you if you can walk up to me and tell me, okay, now, I am sorry I messed up. I was dealing with this and that. In the case of money, I promise to refund you. Yes. Are we together? And I assure you that if you deal with me again, I would give you X, Y, Z. A madman wouldn't come back to you. Do I make sense? Do we all agree? I'm going to give again a round of applause. Yes, yes, ma'am. My head has to be there now. Do you know who my mentor is?
Not only that.
Oil, it has to be there.
You are highly intellectual.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome. The next question. Secretary. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, the next question was on diversification. Hello, Oga Stanley, now your question with the address. Diversification from both ends. So before I hand over to our special guest, I would say something that Dr. Stephen says to me all the time. I don't know how many of us were here when I introduced myself. Who can remember my introduction? The 3 things I do. Nobody. Yeah. That's not a job. Okay. Thank you for remembering. Now, being an ex-beauty queen is not a job. Yeah, exactly. So, but you're clapping, clap now. Come on, clap for me. Clap. I promise you. Where's the media? Give me hello. In the next 6 months, you would pay heavily to see me. And I'm not even bragging. I'm telling you for free. So it better when they touch me now that I've not made it. In the next 6 months. No, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Now, I said I'm a realtor, a clothier, and a humanitarian. So the real estate brand is called Habila Walter Realty. The clothing brand is named after myself, Ogena Walter Locke. And I have Motivating African Youth Initiative, which is a foundation present in over 7 African countries, and no people. Are we together? Now, so I can relate to being, and of course, I'm an ex-beauty queen also. So I mentor a lot of other females, right? I was Miss Tourism Nigeria 2017, 2016, 2017. I represented Nigeria at Miss Tourism World. Long story short, you can, okay, so let me give you this quote. Every rich person owns various, every wealthy person owns various businesses, but they focus on one. Should I repeat that? Every wealthy person owns various businesses, but they focus mainly on one. E.g., Dangote, he sells salt, he sells Maggi, he sells rice, he sells pasta. Please, man, help me. He sells sugar, he sells tomato paste. That guy, they hustle. He sells tomato paste, he sells cement, and now he's building the largest refinery on this part of the globe. However, are we together? If you're talking about a Dangote, aside you saying he's the richest man in Africa, well done, no, you have turned my session to photo shoot. Beyond saying he's the richest black man or the richest man in Africa, you would refer to him as an entrepreneur. So being an entrepreneur in that context, an array of these things. I don't know if I'm communicating. So, for instance, the NGO is passion. And you all know that sometimes passion does not put food on your table.
Yes, it does not.
It's a kind of applause for her. Sometimes passion does not put food on the table. Okay. The passion. I also had a solar point. Some people tell me, oh, I like your skin. Oh, I like what you're wearing. So I decided to monetize it. Good. But for the real estate, that is what pays the bills. Yeah. And the likes of Dr. Stephen Akintayo are beginning to make us understand that, yo, it is okay for you to be a realtor, but most importantly, give value. Because when value comes, people will be willing to pay for it. And so let's give a round of applause as I bring her to answer that question. Clap for her. She can. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. She can. She can. How do you build a personal brand? Okay. And diversify? So 2 minutes and then we're out.
Because I'm using myself. I'm a journalist, like I said. That's who I am. But I'm also an author. I have 2 books about a month ago, and I did a big book party, and the focus of that was that I'm a journalist. You have to find a unified element. I don't know how to speak, but I know how to write, and I know my audience. So, no matter what you're looking for, no matter what you think, the core of it is that I am a writer.
Absolutely.
So find a way to unify everything that you do. Yes, in Nigeria, it's not easy to have one of them. So you can have multiple hustles, but you have to be known for one thing.
True.
Yes, that one thing might not be the thing that brings all the money that you spend, but it will be the thing that announces you to the world. Find a way to unify it and make it one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've eaten much into our time. The manager is already.
Oh.
We have another program coming up here in the next 15 minutes, so we have to leave now. We are going to continue the online, right? We're going to continue the. We have our 360 here. Just need to 3%. Lillian, you can come around. My brother that asked me question, you can come around. Just take one more person, then. Gabriel, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of GTEx and Associates, thank you so very much for being here. Remember to network, and I'll see you at the top. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Well done, man.
Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you.
Say you're going on.
No, you are the one doing me 1,000 naira. Thank you. High five. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Actually, you that again. You're pretty. Thank you.
Your PA now.
Okay, can we get outside? But we need to go. Yes, need to go. Thank you so very much. Oh, okay, don't worry. Not